you slaves, we know we was wrong for what we were doing, so we're gonna just no, that is not how it happened. It says New York has secured over 183 million in compensation for Holocaust victims and their heirs. Hate has no home in New York, and my administration is committed to uplifting survivors and their families while honoring the memory of the 6 million lives taken far too soon. Yeah, it was a post about this that was saying they were talking about reparations, and they were like, you know, the United States didn't even have anything to do with the Holocaust, really, you know. So, I mean, it's nice to give to the Holocaust survivors, raising money out of the United States, using tax dollars to do that or whatever. But the stuff that happened here in the States that the States was directly responsible for, they're not willing to come off money for that. It's common. It says, what about the American Holocaust that happened on this soil and its African descendants who are struggling today due to systemic racism? Another one, it says, compensating Holocaust victims' heirs that were killed by another nation while actively funding and participating in another Holocaust right now. Another one, it says, correct, as I'm sitting here in Central Park in NYC where they erased the Black community of Seneca Village. Another comment, it says, I'm thinking of African Americans and Native Americans who experienced an even larger genocide than what took place during the Holocaust, being compensated by American dollars before ever even thinking about Holocaust survivors who have already been compensated by multiple nations. Another one, what? But it's a no on reparations. Holocaust didn't happen on American soil, nor was committed by American, but we are dispersing money to them. Meanwhile, you won't even acknowledge the atrocities Black people endured and continue to endure in this country. I'm so appalled by this. Another comment, it says, secure those funds that banks have stolen from Black families when their houses were burned down by white mobs, but the bank wouldn't give them access to their accounts because their documents were caught up in those same fires. It says reparations now. It says, can you point out one policy of systemic racism? Just one. Let's read the replies to this. This should be interesting. It says, when you address this post, I will gladly do so. Hold on, let's see. Come on. Oh. It says, the 13th and 14th Amendment, the prison system. Another one that says, I'm pretty sure he's trolling, but let's hope something sinks in. Y'all should have came with some better responses than those. Go ahead and give it to them. Talk about redlining. Talk about Jim Crow. Talk about how if you walked on the railroad track, you could be arrested. And the only way you had to get through the forest was to walk on the railroad track. Let's read some more comments. It says, this statement is tone deaf on a regular day, but making this statement days before Black History Month shows me she don't give a F. It says, yes, what about Seneca Village descendants? What about the slaves that were sold on Wall Street? How about them people? Another one, it says, the absolute caucasity. What about reparations for slave trauma? Comments, it says, I want my land back. Reparations, it says, yet nothing for African Americans. Another one, it says, and the nerve to do this before Black History Month. Another one, it says, so I looked it up and New York isn't paying them. They are securing lost assets and insurance payments that the families had in Europe and getting it back to the families. So NY isn't paying them. They are helping them get money back from Europe. Okay, that's interesting. The comments still stand, because can you help them people get these other folks get their money back? What other people are you helping get their money back? It It says, great job. How much are you securing for reparations for American survivors of slavery? Basically what I was saying. McDonald's supply chain, they're the largest purchaser